Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back. I've been posting on TikTok a little bit, but I ain't been posting the way I want to just because, like, bro, I'm in the military. They got all my time. I ain't been able to post videos like that. That's what it is. But I really want to talk about J. Cole. Mostly J. Cole, but a little bit of Kendrick and Drake, too. So, and Future. So, couple like weeks ago, Future dropped a project with Metro Boomin. I guess they got issues with Drake because it feels like a diss album to Drake. But one of the songs called "Like That," which is amazing samples on it, had Kendrick on it, and Kendrick is taking shots at Drake and taking shots at J. Cole. Now it's very obviously a sneak diss, but it wasn't really sneaky.
So it was kind of like a warning track, warning verse. I don't know.
April 5th came around. J. Cole responded, dropping a project of his own called "Might Delete Later." Now, I want to start off by saying 3 notable tracks I feel like y'all should listen to from this project that are better than 7 Minute Drill is Pie, which has Daylight and Ab Soul on it. Pie, Pricey, which has a Gucci Mane on the outro, and I think Young Dro was in it too. Ari Lennox was also in it. Great song. And then the next song will be like Fever. Oh, also he's got a song with Centra C. I think it's HYB.
Hide your bitch.
Really good song too. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what everybody's talking about right now, 7 Minute Drill. So first starting off the whole J. Cole addressing Kendrick's albums. Obviously we know it's not a good angle for J. Cole to take. Like, we know niggas used to call him Nap King Cole, okay? And his discography ain't bad. His discography is one of the greatest all time. But it's just not as good as Kendrick's. So it don't really compare well. But I do want to say this. I don't necessarily think we're viewing the albums that he's talking about correctly. I could be wrong, but I don't think the albums that we're, assuming that he's talking about are the actual projects that he's talking about. I've been saying albums, but I meant projects. I think he said your shit, not your project. So he might not be talking about official studio albums. He might just be talking about Kendrick drops. He said, your first shit was classic, overly dedicated. Your last shit was tragic. That was big step. Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it. Section 80. Was a gas for sure. Your third shit was massive, and that was your prime. A lot of people felt like when they said his third shit was massive, Kendrick's third shit was massive, and that was his prime, they was talking about Damn. I don't feel like he was talking about Damn. I don't feel like he was talking about Damn. Good Kid, Mad City is an era, is a point in time. There was only 3. Everybody in 2012 had 3 favorite artists, or one of 3 favorite artists. You were either a 2 Chainz fan, a Chief Keef fan, or a Kendrick Lamar fan. In 2012, you were only fans of one of those 3. A lot of people are thinking he's saying, like, Good Kid, Mad City was the classic, To Pimp a Butterfly was the one that was gas, but it was putting niggas to sleep, and then the third shit was Damn. We already know what his last shit was, but it just don't make sense for Damn to be the one that Cats is talking about. Damn was a great project, but Damn wasn't even the best project that year. The best project that year was SZA, so I don't think he was talking about that. Good Kid, Mad City was definitely the best album that was dropped in 2012. I don't think Finally Rich, I loved it. I'd love to sit here and argue Finally Rich was better than Good Kid, Mad City, but I don't even think Finally Rich came out in 2012. Damn, it came out the very big. Finally Rich came out the very first day of 2012. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Good Kid, Mad City definitely ran 2012. The second half of the song, amazing. I think this was like the conductor side. Conductor was Conductor Williams, like from Griselda. Why are the Kendrick fans in shambles right now? And it's really weird. I don't want to say it like J. Cole just won. Like, these are warning shots and sneak disses. All that has been dropped is warning shots and sneak disses. Why are Kendrick fans in shambles right now? Because all the legitimate rap critics, you know what I'm saying? Your Joe Buddens, Anthony Fantanos, DJ Academics, even cats that I respect like Sony on TikTok, they're all saying the same thing. They're all like, J. Cole, that's not a good angle to take on Kendrick Lamar. They're all saying the same thing. So why are Kendrick fans in shambles right now? Is it because of the bars? We know the bars was there. But what's the need to be in shambles? If anything, it looks like Kendrick's winning. Rarely will you ever find 2 people be friends throughout a legitimate rap beef. And my thing is, when it comes to Kendrick, if you wanted to compete with J. Cole, why not hop on a track with J. Cole like we've been asking you to do? Like how Drake did. And if we keep it in a rack, Drake has beaten J. Cole on every track other than Evil Ways. It may be First Person Shooter, but definitely every track other than Evil Ways. Drake was able to prove that he can compete with J. Cole without beefing with J. Cole. So Kendrick, what's the need for you to beef with J. Cole? Why not get on a track with J. Cole? Because you actually beefing with J. Cole might result in the end of y'all friendship. And that don't make no fucking sense. Everybody's like, oh yeah, it's about competition. All right, well, let's look at the competition in the past. Because these niggas really didn't fuck with each other. Jay-Z and Nas really didn't fuck with each other. Ice Cube and the rest of NWA was really not fucking with each other. When Lauryn Hill and what was it, her producer, her drummer or whatever, when that nigga left the fucking group, they really wasn't fucking with each other. So majority of the time in rap beefs, these niggas is not fucking with each other. J. Cole's always a cat that's chilling, so why push this nigga into a rap beef don't make no sense. And I will say this. When they talking about the big three, I've never been a fan of the whole big three thing. I've always been bigger on tiers. I think tiers do more justice than specific numbers, like specific ranking. People can be interchangeable in a tier and it not look like they're interchangeable. So you could say tier 1 is Kendrick, Drake, and Cole. All right, well, we don't know what order that's in, but we know they're all in the same tier. Do I feel like J. Cole, if we're talking about the 2010s like the 2010s rap artists, the contemporaries for 2010s, do I feel like J. Cole is top 3? Not really. I know I said all the stuff that I said, but I don't think he's top. I think Future is in that top 3. I'm not going to hold you. I'm a big Future fan, and I think he's in the top 3. But I do think he's in the same tier as a Drake and Kendrick. I just feel like having it be, oh, who's the big 3? Who's the big 3? Fuck the whole big 3 shit. If anything, for the 2010s, it's really more like a big 5. It's really like who's your starting lineup. I think it's like Drake, Future, Kendrick, J. Cole, and then I think it's Travis Scott. Although I'm not that big a fan of Travis Scott. I think Travis Scott would be there. And then tier 2 would be like Tyler, the Creator, A$AP Rocky, Big Sean. Academics did make a very valid point in saying that Future doesn't get a lot of the respect that he gets simply because he's a pioneer or the influence to the motherfucking mumble rap shit. Just because Future can't rap like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and Drake don't necessarily mean he should be denied. Influence of Future is 100% there, and the influence of Future is definitely there. And I think we need to let go of this whole big 3 thing because
The decade is over. The decade's been over.
we need to let that whole big 3 thing go. If we're going to address, who the top people are in the decade, it should be in tiers because there's so many people who are interchangeable. That's all I got. I'm gonna fuck with y'all. Hopefully y'all get something from me soon. It's Big Tango in this bitch.